Now in Good Morning Northwest, the FBI is now involved in the accusations of Kate and Coeur d'Alene targeting a college basketball team. We're tracking the latest developments this morning.
Rain is going to be moving in today. How much and who might very well get some snow? We'll talk about that coming your way.
And new information this morning about the Baltimore Bridge collapse, the search for the missing construction workers, and the ship that caused the whole thing. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, March 27th. Let's get right over to Mark Peterson with a look at our forecast for today. How are we looking out there, Mark?
Well, our waning full moon is starting to have a little more cloud cover. We're going to see more clouds and then a higher incidence of showers coming in mid-morning. 35 degrees currently. We have winds to 9 miles an hour. We'll see 15 gusts to 20 potentially. The 4 things you need to know. It will be a rainy day today, although dry this morning. Cooler than average as well. Thunderstorm potential really increases for Thursday afternoon, but the weekend's going to be warm and sunny. So we look at our forecast radar and we see about 10, 11 o'clock. This starts to load into eastern Washington, crossing over from the southwest. We're going to see a drier period tonight into tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon we have an increased chance of thunderstorm activity that will look a lot like what yesterday looked like. And we did have, graupel and gusty winds and those dark clouds where it was sunshine just across the block. 40 into downtown right now. Deer Park, you're at 26, 34 at Fairchild, Post Falls at 30 degrees. So temperatures are all over the board. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. Knowing rain's coming in, we're going to see that certainly through the noon hour and through the afternoon, all the way as you get out of school and drive home from work.
And at the Breaking Now desk, new updates in the past 24 hours on the Baltimore Bridge collapse. Overnight, the Coast Guard suspending its search for those missing in the Patapsco River. The Coast Guard making that decision late last night, citing the low visibility underwater, strong current, and sharp metal, saying it's too dangerous for their divers to be in the water. Rescuers have been searching for those missing since yesterday morning after a cargo ship brought down part of Francis Scott Key Bridge. 6 people are presumed dead, and we now know the victims, part of a road crew working on the bridge at the time of the accident. Officials say those missing are from Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico, some of them husbands and fathers.
Accidents happen, and this was a very unfortunate accident and very unfortunate tragedy. What one should highlight here is that we're part of the community. We build the community as well.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore issuing a promise to their families as the operation turned from rescue to recovery. Now, the Port of Baltimore remains closed, and more than 1,000 members from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers are expected to assist in debris removal to get a shipping channel open. And this morning, we're learning more about records showing the ship that crashed into the bridge had been inspected recently. I'll break down those details coming up in the next 30 minutes. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. The University of Utah women's basketball team came to Spokane to focus on March Madness, but found themselves dealing with racist verbal attacks in Coeur d'Alene. Police and the FBI are now searching for who stalked, harassed, and shouted racial slurs at the visiting Utah Utes basketball team in downtown Coeur d'Alene.
It's horrible. I was sick the minute I heard about it, and not because of our reputation, but because of the hurt those girls experienced. That's what bothers me more than anything else. That should never happen to anybody, and I believe that with all my heart.
Now, other city leaders also spoke at a press conference yesterday in downtown Coeur d'Alene. Police Chief Lee White said there is an ongoing investigation that now involves the FBI. He says detectives are still collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Then law enforcement will assess what federal charges, if any, should be brought up. So far, no arrests have been made.
The University of Utah released a statement expressing concerns about having to stay in Idaho in the first place, saying, as we continue to heal, we remain very disappointed in the decision to assign our team to hotels such a great distance from the competition site in another state. We will work with the NCAA leadership to make it clear that being so far removed from the site was unacceptable and a contributing factor to the impact of this incident. Now, the big question many are asking is why these women's teams had to book rooms so far away.
The answer comes down to how these tournaments are set up. Now, for years, we've known that the first 2 rounds of the men's tournament was going to be played at Spokane Arena. We've even done several stories about how hotel rooms were booked out months in advance. But the host schools for the women's tournament aren't announced until Selection Sunday, which was just 10 days ago. So when it came time for teams to book a hotel, there were very few rooms available. According to the NCAA, once it learned about the incident, it says it immediately began to work with Gonzaga to ensure security for the team, as well as find them a hotel in Spokane. The NCAA saying, "We were devastated when about the Utah team's experience while traveling to compete on what should have been a weekend competing on the brightest stage and creating some of the fondest memories of their lives." Now, according to the NCAA, because the teams had to cross the border, Gonzaga had to arrange police escorts to ensure the drive didn't take longer than a half an hour.
And that is a condition for any host city. Gonzaga released a statement saying, "We worked hard to secure the opportunity to serve as the host institution, and our first priority is and must be the safety and welfare of all students, athletes, coaches, families, and supporting staff." Even after the teams moved to Spokane, those police escorts continued to be provided. Now, the tournament is just one of dozens of events bringing thousands of people to the Inland Northwest this year.
Some businesses fear these racist acts may affect Coeur d'Alene's reputation. Shocked and embarrassed is what Crafted Tap House's manager, Junior McTaba, felt when he heard about these allegations. He says this type of incident does not represent the whole Coeur d'Alene community.
It sucks because now I feel like that's going to be a little bit of representation of what we have, and it's just not what it's like down here. And downtown is actually a pretty safe place.
Meshtaba says he has spoken to law enforcement and wants everyone to feel welcome and safe in Coeur d'Alene, and that hate will not be tolerated. Now, Idaho's Governor Brad Little also released a statement saying there is no place for racism, hate, or bigotry in the great state of Idaho. We condemn bullies who seek to harass and silence others. Now, while Governor Little did speak out against the attack, he also just signed a bill that would ban diversity statements on all government job and college applications.
Supporters of this bill say diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives are unconstitutional, but critics argue these types of laws will make schools less diverse. To read the governor's full statement and see our continuing coverage on this story, check it out on KXLY.com. It's now 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Let's check back in with Mark Peterson, who's tracking our forecast for today. Some little rain and frost on the windshields today.
We're going to have a frosty start in some areas. We're going to have a wet finish all over the place. In fact, we're looking at the afternoon being, again, this light rain, 1/4 of an inch or so, but we could see a 1/2 an inch by the time it's all said and done. We're going to have a full check of the forecast coming up.
This year, you could get some extra help with your Easter egg hunt and support an amazing cause in the process. I'm sharing everything you need to know coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
The feds raid 2 of Sean Diddy Combs' properties in a sex trafficking investigation. Up next, his response and an arrest in this case.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You better run. You better hide.
Don't walk, because Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo are coming live. Funtastic 2024. Friday, August 16th, BECU Live at Northern Quest. 4-time Grammy winners and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Tickets on sale Friday, March 29th, 10 a.m. at northernquest.com. Produced by Live Nation.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we do one thing, and we do it well. We're plumbers. In fact, we're the largest plumbing company in the region, and we're proud to say we've been voted the best plumbing company since 2009. We give you upfront pricing, so you know exactly what you'll pay before we start. And we do everything from drain cleaning to trench and sewer repair. So if you want your plumbing done right the first time, call a plumber. And call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
This month, CalCars is going crazy with mad savings on the biggest selection of tricked-out trucks and sporty SUVs.
We've aggressively priced these rigs so low that this month we're offering a price match guarantee, which means if you find the same type of vehicle anywhere else for less, we will match it guaranteed.
And during this madness of savings, $40 down is all you need.
It's go time this week at Cal.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The majority of Supreme Court justices appeared skeptical of a nationwide ban on mifepristone.
That's the primary drug used in the U.S. for medication abortions. Now, protesters rallied outside the Supreme Court yesterday as the justices heard oral arguments. Last year, a Texas district court ruled the FDA was wrong to approve mifepristone in 2000, and also when it expanded its use years later. The High Court agrees with the appeals court. Access to mifepristone might, no, rather, if the High Court agrees with the appeals court, access to mifepristone might be limited. 63% of terminated pregnancies in the U.S. were performed with this method last year, but a final decision from the High Court is expected in July.
The federal government is asking that it be relieved of its, quote, obligations in the case of Alex Murdaugh. Prosecutors allege in a court filing that Murdaugh breached his plea agreement by failing a polygraph test. The disgraced former South Carolina attorney pleaded guilty in September to nearly 24 fraud and money laundering charges. He's set to be sentenced on the federal financial crimes charges on April 1st.
Well, this morning, new fallout for Sean Diddy Combs in the wake of Monday's raids. Federal investigators now confirmed agents seized electronics from the rapper's homes in California and Florida. Sources say the raids are connected to a criminal investigation into sex trafficking allegations. Combs is also named in several civil lawsuits, including from music producer Rodney Jones, who accused Combs of sexual assault and engaging in a, quote, widespread and dangerous criminal sex trafficking organization. An associate of Combs, 25-year-old Brendan Paul, was arrested and booked on drug charges following the search. Combs has not been charged with any crime.
It is 12 minutes past 6 o'clock. It's a Wednesday morning. Your 10-second takeaway is a cool start with rain coming in later on this morning. It's going to be needing of warmer rain gear. 48 will be our high today.
Well, Easter is just days away now, and consumer spending is expected to top $22 billion.
According to the National Retail Federation, people are expected to spend $22.4 billion this year. Food is expected to be the highest spending category, followed by clothing, then gifts. And the surging price of cocoa means you could be paying more for chocolate in stores. People celebrating are predicted to spend an average $177. Whew, Good Morning Northwest time is now approaching 6:13.
Of course, the Easter Bunny will be working overtime this weekend, but why don't you give it a break? Just ahead, Allison Martinez is live with a unique way to let someone else set up your family's egg hunt. And it's all for a good cause. That's next.
It's time to hoop it up at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Score your share of over $22,000 in cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries to shoot hoops for cash. Missisquoi Casino Hotel.
This is a great opportunity to recognize the people who are behind the scenes doing the work.
STCU's Volunteers Count showcases people who volunteer.
There's just so many people that need so much help.
This grant that we just received is going to be such a blessing.
This is quite an honor. It will help so many people.
Tell us about a volunteer who inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate today.
Thanks to STCU and News 4 for doing this. It's amazing.
Slam dunk a deal on 170 new Kias at George Guy Kia. You can't afford to miss this sales event. Score the winning deal with the new 2024 EV6 Wind all-wheel drive for only $335 a month. New 2024 Forte LXS only $199 a month.
Now that's a slam dunk.
Come visit the George Guy team today in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
This power in your frequency, all these doubts may have it shaking, but what's learned was never needless. Just breathe.
Born in Roma fragrances and the new Born in Roma grain extravaganza, Valentino.
At first, I used Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And now there's the culinary collection. Italian herb for pasta, smoky chipotle for fajitas. It's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
We're going to level with you. We had a bit of an incident here at the store, and now we're in the process of some repairs.
And while we rebuild, we thought we'd have a construction sale, and I think we're nailing it.
We've lowered prices on all our inventory, including our best sellers in dining room, living room, and bedroom.
Looking for a new recliner or sectional? You know we always guarantee the lowest Lazy Boy prices.
We aren't screwing around with this sale, and you don't want to miss it.
Kerner Furniture's construction sale is going on now.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
Frizz, dryness, breakage. New Dove 10-in-1 Serum Hair Mask with Peptide Complex fortifies hair bonds at a molecular level. Helps reverse 10 signs of damage in 1 minute. Keep living. We'll keep repairing.
What if you could go from this to this with just one step? TRESemmé Silk Serum. Time for the ultimate humidity test. Weightlessly smooth hair. Your turn. New TRESemmé Keratin Smooth Collection.
This Saturday is your chance to slam dunk a win at Mr. Quad Casino Hotel. Shoot hoops for your share of over $22,000 in cash. It's Cash Madness at Mr. Quad Casino Hotel.
Diamonds and Dreams is proudly sponsored by Lewiston Motor Company in Lewiston, Idaho.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It is 6/16. This Easter, you can have your family's egg hunt set up for you and support a good cause in the process.
The Arc of Spokane is taking volunteers and donations for their Egg My Yard fundraiser. The money raised goes towards activities for young adults with disabilities. And our Allison Martinez is joining us live from the Arc this morning to tell us all about it. And Allison, usually when you hear about someone egging your yard, it's not exactly the most positive thing.
You're right. That is not the most positive thing, but this is, look at these eggs. They're all so many colors and they're packed with
Okay, good morning, everybody. Having a little technical difficulty on this Wednesday. We're going to get back to that with Allison and see more about how you can help. All right, so for today, temperatures. You can help yourself by putting a warm layer on. Certainly in Deer Park, you're at 26 degrees, Spirit Lake 27. Mid to upper 30s with 40 registering downtown. Cheney, you're at 33, so right there about freezing. We're going to warm up to 48 degrees today. The part that is going to put that chill in the air is sort of the breezy conditions and of course the rain showers that we're going to be seeing happening. So be aware of that. Oh, hi, there she is. 48 again will be our high today. Tonight temperatures down to 36 degrees. Still the potential for some rain showers. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're not going to see those gusty winds until tomorrow, and we'll see those in there. Hey, we've got Allison coming over the IFB, by the way. Let's talk about the radar and showing you the bands of clouds that are starting to make their way in, thickening up and getting ready for the load in for what will be the rain showers that we're going to see mid-morning, 10, 11 o'clock, and it's making its way across. We do have some light snow over Snoqualmie Pass. Stevens Pass is still picking up some snow. So if you're going to be traveling over to the west side, you could see some light winter driving over the Cascades. Tracking the pattern, it's going to be wet weather. There's no doubt about it. We're going to see that continue through the day. By 10 o'clock, this has moved out. It's into the Rockies of Montana, where it will then be snow. That's good news for the higher elevations, but lower elevation rain. We're going to see these spotty showers moving through Thursday. Still scattered showers into the west side. That's going to take them all the way into Friday afternoon. For us, we're going to see things dry out. Now today, we're going to have highs nearing 50 degrees. Probably see that downtown, 48 for our high, 46 into Colville. Into the Tri-Cities, it's going to be 60, but 57 into the LC Valley, where it still remains cool. So as you travel around wet weather, you're going to see maybe if you haven't had the need or you need to get windshield wipers, do that this morning while it's still dry. We are going to see in our planning forecast that rain and potential isolated thunderstorm activity tomorrow, 51. Friday, 52 with 20 to 30% chance of a few scattered showers. Drier for the weekend, 54 Saturday. Sunday, 56. Early morning lows now being adjusted to around freezing, but it's going to be dry, so it could be frosty. Monday, 61, and then 64 on Tuesday with partly to mostly sunny conditions depending, but look at the overnight low of 39. It's going to be great. Today, yes, it is going to be rain this afternoon from 5 to 8. You're going to be able to trade up career exploration night, and you can do that at East Valley High School. Again, that is tonight. There's going to be hundreds of different things that you can see, people to talk to. Over 900 people went last year, a lot of them students and their parents, to think about things that are in the trades, including those that still need more education, aerospace, things like that. Yeah. But you can ask a lot of questions and find a lot of the resources here to get more information about careers that don't include 4 years of college.
Is this one of those also hands-on ones too? I know that
there's going to be there will be hands-on things there, but with the wet weather, they're wondering what that's going to be like. But certainly, there's information to be had there on. You can ask the workers questions on how much do you make, what did you have to do to get into this, welding, electrical, all kinds of cool stuff.
And they want you to talk to them. They really do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool options.
Mark, thanks. It's now 6:21.
Yet another gut punch for Cougar Nation. WSU's athletic director Pat Chun takes a job with the school's biggest rival. Details coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
No slam dunk today, it looks like. Don't worry, I can fix this.
We want to make sure that you're really winning. We don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:23. More goodbyes for Washington State University. Just 1 day after Coach Kyle Smith announced he's taking the job at Stanford, Athletic Director Pat Chun is leaving Pullman for a bitter rival. Chun is set to become the new athletic director at the University of Washington.
It's a decision that came as a surprise to many, especially considering how much Chun fought on behalf of Washington State. Now, he's going to the school that basically left WSU in the dust in the collapse of the Pac-12. Not only does WSU now have to look for a new AD, but this could also hinder its search for a new men's basketball coach. Chun is also set to be part of the College Football Playoff Committee next season. The whole idea was to have another voice in the room for Cougs, but that's no longer the case. Reports say Chun's deal with UW is for 6 years, which is how long he spent at Washington State. WSU President Kirk Schultz says he is still optimistic for the future of Cougar athletics. The search is underway for a new athletic director. The school will name an interim AD in the coming days. One thing is for sure, this makes the Apple Cup game in Seattle this fall a lot more interesting.
That's for sure.
Good morning, Northwest time is 6:25.
We have now passed the 24-hour mark since the Francis Scott Key Bridge fell in Baltimore. And the Coast Guard is ending its search and rescue efforts. Sydney Charles breaks down the impacts the downed bridge is already having on shipping, and along with new details about the crash itself.
Plus, the fate of a former Spokane coach and teacher on trial for sexual misconduct against high school students. It's in the jury's hands. You'll hear what Andre Irvin himself told the jury before closing arguments when Good Morning Northwest returns for our next half hour. And as we send you off to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA.
This morning's GMA First Look, what soaring cocoa prices mean for your Easter chocolate needs.
There's a number of things that have led to these very high prices. Chief among them is a rather large drop year on year in cocoa production in West Africa, which is by far the largest producer globally.
And it's not just cocoa prices. Sugar, too, is up more than 12% from last year. Easter is the third most popular occasion for Americans to buy chocolate after Halloween and winter holidays. This year, Hershey's is offering additional sizes of some treats, like their cookies and cream bunnies and their Kit Kat Lemon Crisp bar.
I would look for chocolates that are not traditionally Easter branded. The candy that's more branded for Easter is going to be higher priced, but the candy that's not might be discounted.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert tips to get your Easter chocolate fix without breaking your holiday budget. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can be overwhelming. So ask your doctor about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So far, more than 5 million Botox treatments have been given to over 850,000 chronic migraine patients.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Second Harvest believes no child should go hungry. Every week, volunteers pack meals for over 10,000 children through the Bite to Go program.
There are more kids than you may think who need food support over the weekends. Bite to Go program is a network of businesses, faith organizations, and civic organizations that have banded together to help fight child hunger. We're here to provide nutritional support so kids can show up ready to learn on Monday mornings.
Numerica Credit Union is proud to donate $1,000 to Second Harvest Bite to Go program. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
This month, CalCars is going crazy with mad savings on the biggest selection of tricked-out trucks and sporty SUVs.
We've aggressively priced these rigs so low that this month we're offering a price match guarantee, which means if you find the same type of vehicle anywhere else for less, we will match it, guaranteed.
And during this madness of savings, $40 down is all you need.
It's go time this week at Cal.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker kicks off this half hour and starts with some social media news.
The FTC is investigating TikTok over alleged violations of children's online privacy rules that require companies to notify parents and obtain consent before collecting data from kids under 13. The probe presents another complication for the social media platform, which is already facing an existential threat here in the U.S.
Life is about to change dramatically for one lucky person who bought a winning Mega Millions ticket in the state of New Jersey. According to the lottery, one ticket won an estimated $1.13 billion jackpot. The lucky ticket holder could take home an estimated $537.5 million lump sum payment. You still have another chance to win big this week. Tonight's Powerball drawing offers an estimated $865 million jackpot, which would be the 5th largest in that game's history.
Should be pretty nice if you won that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Wednesday, March 27th. Let's get you on over to Mark with your first alert forecast.
Who bought tickets for yesterday and today?
Me.
So I still have today, though.
Oh, not today. I didn't buy today's.
Yeah, I have the opportunity. All right, everyone, 35 degrees. We do have increased cloud cover coming in from the west. Still remnants of some early morning rain showers into Coeur d'Alene. Wet roadways, 33 degrees there. We are going to see some things change today because we do have rain expected to move in 10, 11 o'clock this morning. It's going to be cooler than average. A normal high this time of year is about 52. Thunderstorm potential for tomorrow, a lot like yesterday, and it's going to be a warm, sunny weekend. We look at the live radar and satellite, increased cloud cover just to the west of us. We start to see this filling in, and we've got the rain inbound. We're expecting less than 1/4 of an inch, but a sustained light rain throughout the afternoon. 36 into the valley right now, 26 into Deer Park, 34 into Coeur d'Alene. Now, bearing in mind that we do have a little moisture coming in, we saw a little bit of snow at the beginning of the week, and it was very light. You could see a little bit of that as we transition. Our high today is going to be 48 degrees.
And from the Breaking Now desk, this morning, 6 people are still missing after a cargo ship slammed into a Baltimore bridge yesterday, causing it to partially collapse. This video shows the moment the ship crashed into Francis Scott Key Bridge. You can see the center of it just crashed into the river, into Patapsco River, after it lost engine and electrical. Search and rescue efforts for the missing people were suspended last night as authorities plan on shifting to a recovery phase this morning. The 6 people missing are presumed dead. And we've learned that the victims were part of a crew working on the bridge at the time of the crash.
A Brawner Builders work crew was doing bridge maintenance work on the surface of that bridge at that time. 6 of our workers lost their lives, and 1 was seriously injured.
Now, moments before the crash, it looks like black smoke rose from the ship as the lights on board went out. Maryland's governor says the crew on board notified authorities when they lost power.
I'm thankful for the folks who once the warning came up and once notification came up that there was a mayday, who literally, by being able to stop cars from coming over the bridge, these people are heroes.
The NTSB says the ship is called Dolly. ABC News obtaining documents showing Dolly was inspected in June, and issues were found with the propulsion and machinery concerning gauges and thermometers. President Biden says his administration will work to rebuild the bridge and reopen the Port of Baltimore, a major transportation corridor. NTSB investigators boarded the ship last night and are expected to get on that ship again today to collect more evidence for its investigation into the crash. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
This morning, the fate of a teacher and former high school basketball coach accused of sexual misconduct involving students is in the hands of a jury.
Andre Irvin was an instructor of a disciplinary class at North Central High School when the alleged incidents took place. Irvin took the stand yesterday, addressing the jury and denying all accusations made against him. He told the jury a 16-year-old student who was in trouble for vaping had worn revealing clothing one day. He said she was staring at him in a way to garner his attention. Irvin claimed he went to help the student at her desk, and that's when he said he accidentally brushed up against her.
Why did your right hand touch her knee?
Because I was trying to push myself up.
You couldn't use your own body for support. You had to use this 16-year-old girl's body for support to stand up. That's what you're testifying to?
Now, Irvin is also accused at looking at the 16-year-old's nude photos on her phone, which he denies. The jury is expected to come to a verdict within the next couple of days.
A man's in jail for shooting and killing another man in Northeast Spokane last week. According to Spokane police, 37-year-old Daniel Quinn faces charges of second-degree murder, felony stalking, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Last Friday, police were called to the intersection of Thor and Cleveland, where they found an unconscious man. They were not able to revive him. The victim's identity still has not been released. Quinn is in jail on $1 million bond. News around the world this morning, tensions rising between the U.S. and Israel over the plight of civilians in Gaza. Demonstrators there trying to make the world aware of their dire situation, and President Biden is listening.
They have a point. We need to get a lot more care into Gaza.
It's another sign of a growing and public rift between the U.S. and Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu already canceled a trip to D.C. for some of his top advisors because the U.S. abstained from a UN ceasefire resolution vote. Now, the U.S. is going further and backing that resolution. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. only abstained from the UN vote because the resolution failed to condemn Hamas.
Well, paying with the credit cards could soon get easier thanks to a historic new agreement on swipe fees. Visa and MasterCard have struck a $30 billion deal with retailers. Now, for years, the two companies have charged a fee every time you swipe your credit card. This deal lowers those fees. While stores, not shoppers, pay those fees right now, stores often pass on those costs to customers or simply require some cash-only payments.
They should make it easier to pay with a credit card, because what they will do now is probably not charge a surcharge on top of the price, but give discounts for those issuers and banks and networks that give them a better deal.
Now, the deal isn't done yet. It requires court approval, which will likely take months.
There is a new addition to the WSU Spokane campus. This bronze Cougar Pride statue unveiled yesterday is a scaled-down replica of the Butch T. Cougar statue outside Martin Stadium in Pullman. WSU says Spokane is the third of its 5 campuses to receive a Cougar Pride statue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Cougs need a little boost there.
I'd say.
It's nice to see.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:36.
Mark is here taking a look at the Doppler. We have some rain coming around.
Rain coming in, but we also have it coming in and showing a little bit of light snow on the northern, colder side of that with rain to the south. And it's the rain headed our way. We're going to talk about the timing on this and what we can expect through the day, and that's coming up.
And a potential breakthrough when it comes to breast cancer detection, the high-resolution system that could save lives. Right after this.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Comfort and peace. When a loved one is in need of end-of-life care, it's more than care. It's warmth and dignity in the face of advanced illness. Courage binds us all. The courage in facing a terminal illness together. Our care team have dedicated their lives to alleviating pain, discomfort, and providing licensed around-the-clock medical attention. We are Hospice of North Idaho, and we are honored to care for your loved one.
Hi, I'm Mike from Mechanics Pride Tire and Automotive.
We've been in business now for 34 years. We built this company on honesty, integrity, and we are here for you and your entire family.
We have 3 locations here in town, one downtown on the South Hill and one out in the valley off of Pines. Customer service is our #1 priority.
At Mechanics Pride Tire and Automotive,
our pride is your satisfaction.
Hi, I'm Martita, award-winning interior designer and realtor, and I always stop by Consign Furniture and Jewelry first. For my interior design projects, there is inspiration everywhere. One-of-a-kind, budget-friendly pieces, all in 60,000 square feet. For my real estate clients, whether they want to buy or sell, I always encourage them to consign. They do all the heavy lifting while you sit back, relax, and collect your check. Consign Furniture and Jewelry. Smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
It's now 6:40. The FDA has granted emergency use authorization for a drug that will help keep high-risk patients from getting COVID-19. It's called PEMGARDA. It's for people ages 12 and older who are not likely to have an adequate immune response after vaccination. The drug's expected to be available in the next week or two.
When it comes to battling breast cancer, early detection can make all the difference. But now a study suggests that high-resolution imaging is making headway in diagnosing. Known as positron emission mammography, or PEM, researchers found it correctly identified cancer in 24 out of 25 patients. Now, PEM is particularly useful because it is not affected by the density of breast tissue, unlike a mammogram. Breast cancer ranks as the second most common cancer among women in the United States.
In your Wednesday morning 10-second takeaway, it's cool, no doubt about it. Rain moving in, and we see that already on the Doppler. It's going to be the need for maybe some warmer gear, including rain gear. 48-hour high today.
Struggling with sleep? Exercise may be the answer. A new study shows that physically active people have a lower risk of insomnia symptoms and extreme sleep duration. More than 4,300 adults were surveyed over a 10-year period about their physical activity and sleep habits. Persistently active participants were 55% more likely to get 6 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Those who became active during the study were 21% more likely to sleep normally. These results are in line with previous studies showing the benefits exercise has on your sleep.
Well, breaking the ice at the Oregon Zoo. Check this out. A Humboldt penguin chick hatched earlier this month, and it's now making its debut. The fluffy gray bird is still in its parents' nest, but keepers say the chick will soon start exploring the penguarium. It'll be a couple of years before the feathers turn black and white. And hey, the crew there seems to be experts because this is the 194th Humboldt chick to hatch at that zoo, and pretty cute.
Oh, it's precious. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:42.
Well, Easter is coming up fast here, and Allison Martinez is live at the Ark of Spokane with a very unique fundraiser.
If the Easter Bunny needs a little bit of help at your household, the Ark of Spokane is the person to do it. We're breaking down everything you need to know coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
On the hunt for your next ride? Come to Valley VIP Auto Sales with a wide variety of cars and trucks. We're here to help you find the perfect vehicle. You won't find a better deal anywhere else. Come find your next vehicle at Valley VIP.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
The Zags are moving on. Next stop, Detroit. And 4 News Now will be right there. Join us for special live coverage, exclusive behind-the-scenes action, and more from the Motor City. Watch on the road to the championship, only on 4 News Now and streaming on KXLY+.
Slam dunk a deal on 170 new Kias at George Gee Kia. You can't afford to miss this sales event. Score the winning deal with the new 2024 EV6 Wind all-wheel drive for only $335 a month. New 2024 Forte LXS only $199 a month.
Now that's a slam dunk.
Come visit the George Gee team today in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Want free college or career training? It's possible.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
first, I use Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And with all the varieties, organic, reduced sodium, and now the culinary collection, it's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
On the hunt for your next ride? Come to Valley VIP Auto Sales with a wide variety of cars and trucks. We're here to help you find the perfect vehicle. You won't find a better deal anywhere else. Come find your next vehicle at Valley VIP.
Mississauga Casino Hotel is open.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:45. The Easter Bunny will be hopping its way over to your house very soon. And this year, you can host an egg hunt of your own while supporting young adults with disabilities.
The Arc of Spokane is looking for volunteers and donations for their Egg My Yard fundraiser. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez joining us live to share how you can join the cause. Good morning. Love those bunny ears.
Good morning. We're very festive this morning. We're getting in the Easter spirit. I hope you all are too. And what better way to... I'm joined by Kyla with the Arc of Spokane this morning. Tell us a little involved with today.
Of your Easter egg hunt, we will fill the eggs for you with candy and toys.
Oh, so sorry. We're having so many technical issues. You can find out more information on KXLY.com about Egg My Yard. Hey, if you feel like Easter Sunday is coming early this year, you can simply blame the moon. Easter's date is actually determined by the moon's phases, always falling on the first Sunday after the first full moon on or after the vernal equinox. This year, you know, the vernal equinox or spring occurred last Wednesday, March 20th. The first full moon after that date was just this Monday, the 25th. So that means Easter falls on the following Sunday, which of course is this coming Sunday, March 31st.
The more you know.
The more you know. It's all about the moon.
There you go. Well, taking a look at our temperatures today. Some of us are waking up to a little bit of cold temps out there.
Up into Deer Park, I mean, temperatures into the mid-20s. We've got 40 downtown, so it's a pretty wide span where the cloud cover is. And when we see that moisture come in with these colder temperatures, could start off with snow, changing over to rain. Not looking for anything heavy out of this, but certainly the potential is there. 48 will be our high today with a rainy afternoon, expecting about 1/4 of an inch out of this by Thursday. We could see up to 1/2 an inch. 36 and rain showers are potential tonight, but it really looks like tomorrow's going to be another day a lot like yesterday, just those spotty showers all over the place. Now, we do see, looking at the live radar and satellite, that this is coming in on the northern edge. Yes, it's coming in the form of light snow or rain-snow mix where you see the pink. And then along I-90, crossing over to Ritzville, we're now starting to see the light rain showers coming in. Forecast radar says by 9 o'clock, this should be sort of a done deal for today. It'll push out, and then we'll have a return engagement for Thursday afternoon with, again, that chance of potential thunderstorm activity. We had a few little thunder bumpers yesterday, and of course, we see the grapple and things like that associated with our world, and that could very well happen. Friday, we tend to dry out, and then over the weekend, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. We're going to see, again, some clearing, dry conditions, and this is Saturday morning, and then coming into Sunday, looks great again with sunshine and fewer clouds. It's going to be great. 48 will be our high today, 47 into Coeur d'Alene. Now, excuse me, Colville 46. Ritzville, rain showers and 50. It'll be near 60 or at 60 degrees for the Tri-Cities. If you're looking at our planning forecast and you're looking at a wonderful weekend, we all are. It's going to be nice. 54 on Saturday, 56 on Sunday. A normal high this time of year is 52. We're going to be above average. We're going to see Monday and Tuesday, the beginning of next week, really warm up into the mid-60s, followed by what looks to be a cool down, but certainly rainy periods today and again on Thursday. Tonight, even with the rain, we're going to have a trades night, and that's going to be at East Valley High School, and it starts at 5 o'clock, goes till 8. Everyone is invited if they want to learn more about some of the other things needed other than a 4-year degree. Some of the items do require that, but for the most, you're going to find trades here. Anything from electrical, plumbing to aerospace. I mean, we have all of those here in the Spokane area. And you can ask questions and really figure out what's going on. There's going to be hot dogs and hamburgers there as well.
Oh, now you're talking.
Now Now suddenly there's interest.
Burying the lead, Mark.
But this is one of those things where any high schooler can go. They have buses coming out of Northport and other areas that come in so those kids can find out more about alternative careers that some make a ton of money. But they just need to maybe steer themselves towards that, and you can do that tonight.
Well, it's so helpful when your kids, you know, some of these young people don't have a clue or don't even know what's out there. So
and they could find something that sparks their interest. Welding. Man, to become a welder, you'd make a ton of money.
Okay.
Careers need it too. Need people.
It here. It is now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest to start off your Wednesday. We'll see you after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. I can take real good care of you. See? All taken care of. Works perfectly for you, right?
It's important that you're taken care of properly. At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
AutoNation gets it. Your life is constantly on the move, going from one place to another. And after that, guess what? Yeah, you keep going. That's why we do our part to keep you on the go. Now at AutoNation Volkswagen, drive a new Tiguan with 0% financing for 60 months or get a $2,000 retail customer bonus. Go to AutoNation Volkswagen today. What drives you drives us.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income
Shake up your shower with a flavor for every feeling. This Dove freshens you up. This Dove winds you down. This Dove leaves you glowing. And this Dove keeps you going. So whatever care you care about, there's a Dove for everybody.
Times may change, but some things remain timeless.
I've been using the Dove Beauty Bar more than 25 years.
Dove is 1/4 moisturizing cream. I feel silky smooth.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady.
April 2nd through 7th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
For 10 years, the 4 News Now Extreme Team has been rebuilding and rejuvenating baseball fields. Is yours next? It's that time again. Go to KXOY.com and tell us why your field needs a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint. Sydney Charles is breaking down what we know about the bridge collapse in Baltimore. 6 people are now presumed dead.
But first, let's get to Mark talking about rain in the forecast today and tomorrow. Mark?
Picking it up on the radar as it continues to make its way into our area. So starting off the day dry, but we're going to have rain coming in for this afternoon and midday. So make sure that you're wearing the right clothing for that, especially if you have to be outdoors for any length of time. Temperatures, yeah, we're starting off cold up into Deer Park, 26 degrees, 29 9 Mile. As this comes in, if they don't warm up again, we could see some snow changing over to rain. 39 currently in downtown Spokane. Looking at our forecast for the day, we're going to warm up. We're going to be in the mid-40s throughout much of the afternoon. A high today of 48.
The University of Utah women's basketball team came to Spokane to focus on March Madness, but found themselves dealing with racist verbal attacks in Coeur d'Alene. Police and the FBI are now searching for who stalked, harassed, and shouted racial slurs at the visiting Utah Utes basketball team in downtown Coeur d'Alene. Now, during a press conference yesterday in downtown Coeur d'Alene, Police Chief Lee White said there is an ongoing investigation that now involves the FBI. He says detectives are still collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. So far, no arrests have been made.
The University of Utah released a statement expressing concern about having to stay in Idaho in the first place, saying, quote, as we continue to heal, we remain very disappointed in the decision to assign our team to hotels such a great distance from the competition site in another state. We will work with the NCAA leadership to make it clear that being so far removed from the site was unacceptable and a contributing factor to the impact of this incident.
Now, the big question many are asking about why these women's teams had to book rooms so far away in the first place. The answer comes down to how these tournaments are set up. Now, for years, we've known that the first 2 rounds of the men's tournament was going to be played at the Spokane Arena, but the host schools for the women's tournament aren't announced until Selection Sunday, which was just 10 days ago. So when it came time for teams to book a hotel, there were very few rooms available. Once it learned about the incident, the NCAA says it immediately began to work with Gonzaga to increase security for the team, as well as find them a hotel in Spokane.
Idaho Governor Brad Little also released a statement saying there is no place for racism, hate, or bigotry in the great state of Idaho. You can read the governor's full statement and our continuing coverage on this story on KXLY.com.
The U.S. Coast Guard suspending its search for 6 people missing in Baltimore's Patapsco River after a cargo ship crashed into Francis Scott Key Bridge. Now, authorities have shifted to recovery operations this morning. The 6 people missing are presumed dead, and we now know the victims were part of a road crew working on the bridge at the time of the accident. Maryland's governor issuing a promise to their families as the operation turned from rescue to recovery. The governor of Maryland, the head of the National Transportation Safety Board, and the U.S. Transportation Secretary will join Good Morning America Live starting at 7 o'clock.
Former North Central High School teacher and coach took the stand yesterday for accusations of sexual misconduct with students. Andre Irvin was an instructor of a disciplinary class at North Central High School when the alleged incidents happened. Irvin told the jury a 16-year-old student who was in trouble for vaping had worn revealing clothing one day. He said she was staring at him in a way to garner his attention. Irvin claimed he went to help this student at her desk when he said he accidentally brushed up against her. He is also accused of looking at the 16-year-old's explicit photos, which he denies. The jury is expected to come to a verdict within the next couple of days.
A man is in jail for shooting and killing another man in northeast Spokane last week. According to Spokane police, 37-year-old Daniel Quinn faces charges of second-degree murder, felony stalking, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Now, last Friday, police were called to the intersection of Thor and Cleveland, where they found an unconscious man. They were not able to revive him. Quinn is in jail on $1 million bond.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, the latest on the investigation into Sean Diddy Combs and how he's responding after his homes were raided by federal investigators.
Well, paying with credit cards soon could get easier thanks to a historic new agreement on swipe fees. Visa and MasterCard have struck a $30 billion deal with retailers. For years, the two companies have charged a fee every time you swipe your credit card. This deal lowers those fees. Now, while stores, not shoppers, pay those fees right now, stores often pass along the costs onto its customers or simply require cash-only payments. The deal isn't done yet, though. It does require court approval, which is likely to take months.
There's a new addition to the WSU Spokane campus. This bronze Cougar Pride statue unveiled yesterday is a scaled-down replica of the Butch T. Cougar statue outside Martin Stadium in Pullman. WSU says Spokane is the third of its 5 campuses to receive a Cougar Pride statue. We'll be right back with the final check of weather right after this quick commercial break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What have you got against tomatoes?
I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
I'm worried about the draft. We got some bad zone control, and I'm concerned we're not bringing the heat. Look at this, crossover's off. We've got a weak dribble. We need a solid block, just not enough pressure. What do you think?
I think I'm doing just fine.
What?
Bill's Heating and AC is offering financing as low as 0% for 5 years. Call today.
For all your heating and cooling needs, leave it to the real professionals at Bill's.
Hey, it's
It's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe with 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. CeraVe moisturizers.
Here's the bottom line. We're starting off with some clouds, dry condition. It's a cool but not cold start to the day, unless you're in Deer Park. We are going to see things warm up today into the upper 40s with rain showers coming in 10, 11 o'clock, and then we're going to see those continue into Thursday. As the system starts to break away, we'll see the opportunity or the chance of a thunderstorm. It dries out for the weekend. It's going to be beautiful with mid-50s Saturday and Sunday, low to mid-60s for Monday and Tuesday. Not too shabby. Easter Sunday should be amazing.
But don't forget your rain jacket as you head out the door.
For sure. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts right now.